there's some action. I'm gonna take that. 37 cents. Free money. Now they store booze, okay. Oh, that guy's huge.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
His voice is the loudest of the lot, oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than anyone else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't think I've chose. Actually, regardless of, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scab.
The loitering man hollers in return.
I want to get
Who's a strike?
I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
This is, you know, an official matter, not to be discussed with outsiders.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing.
They should have asked him about the murder.
Open up the gates for us.
Sure.
Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Not really my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
Alright, this.
Have fun.
There we
Union
go.
shits are on full
Interviewing
strike.
people
Don't think
about a
they're
murder
gonna
that
let
took
you
place
through
here
the gates.
behind the hostile carriage.
I know nothing about a murder.
Okay, well.
His reply is snappy and terse.
A barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him.
Why so tense?
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
Yes, he's tense.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
No.
We are not picking a
Pity. Let us work!
Okay. Going to leave now.
It says GRIH.
Scab?
Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
Call me mañana. Call me tomorrow. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinez, investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
You're right. It's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved.
Probably not. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. Much better here at the harbor, for an honest union man like me.
Okay. Nice talk. Gotta get
So,
moved.
is a scab someone who is anti-strike and wants to work?
Yeah, I want to say they're like, fuck. The people that
Oh,
cross
it's-
the picket line, like the line crossers, and go back in to work for low money.
Right. So they're called. It's like a pejorative, since
Yeah.
they're considered like what do you call them? Traders.
Mhm.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm looking for assistance with a dead body situation.
Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
That simple, I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini Supremus is there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Aha.
then go past him again.
Okay.
Then you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
Something tells me it won't be that easy.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation,
Oh, no, I can't.
or you
Well, that's
could
definitely not the
convert
case,
to
but
a
we-
Semini Supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
You know what? Kim does have a gun.
Yeah, true.
So we can give it a shot.
Any of the scabs tried converting his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Anyone bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Got it. Another thing.
Sure.
The man whistles a jaunty tune. Alright, let's attempt this. I don't know how well it'll go. But notice, in case of a strike, press the button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. Oh, what's this guy doing? Oh no, it's Kim. Sorry, Kim's following you. More than enough to please a woman. What? She's talking about you?
I don't know.
No one will get past you. I dream about you all the time.
betrays your degeneracy.
Okay.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger. Because you
Sandwich.
are not a threat to me.
You know what? Number 4 seems pretty down the line.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah, my body is unimportant. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
his face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a diad rat.
You
Sorry, he
reek
just
of it.
pronounces words
Even
weird.
The sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Oh, your breath, Kim, is it really so bad? Okay, let's be smart here. Don't even mention, yeah, just maintain your authority.
You're
Enough. I need to take down the dead man,
Yeah,
dead
exactly.
body, and let me in.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them. Actually, I am
Right,
the
that's important
police.
here. Yeah?
I am the police, and I need you to comply. Now!
Jerking
boy.
motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures. Like the
Cultures.
deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Koikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted.
Is he talking
You
about the
are
Irish?
obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Oh, it was your people who put that dead body up there? Hmm.
I think maybe appealing to his people, like,
Yeah.
but then he's gonna be like, they deserve it. Okay, it was your people who put that dead body up there. Now your people should help get it down.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Okay, so let's see. Subscribe to his advanced race theory. And let's see. That's not going to happen.
Let's try, like,
You want to
because
ask
maybe.
about his tattoos, or
Oh yeah, okay, sure. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
he gestures toward the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You're sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? Oh, hold on. Oh man. Okay, I guess we could start brown nosing him a little bit.
You're right.
I don't
That's
know.
craniometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance.
Correct.
All right, so let's maybe try to get into his mind a little bit with his advanced race theory. Okay, let's go.
Go ahead. Don't
Oh
be shy.
shit.
Just ask for race secrets.
Let's try to smile pathetically. I want to learn this race theory of yours so that we could become friends. No, okay. Let's just do it. Fuck it. Smile pathetically.
Do not be naive. I know the answer to the great race enigma. Why would I share it with a deformed infant? You do not have the devotion for servitude.
You deserve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Oh, yeah, you still serve them. Yeah.
Yeah, you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I've gotten it from Yeah, youth culture does not affect my thinking.
Of course it does. You are a degenerate individualist and a rock and roll rebel. A pawn of international finance, just like the rest of your ham-colored race. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Semines race.
Wonderful. I need to enter the harbor now, or maybe you could take the body down yourself, maybe.
What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting that dead body down from the tree.
He looks at the button behind him, and the tattoos on his face move to reveal the smallest of smiles. All right, let's get Kim in on this.
Hey, Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
That will be our lucky racist. How do you know there will be a next racist?
There always is.
Race is reality.
Oh, not gonna
We
do
still
that.
need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
His gaze wanders over the whirling roofs to the
Okay.
yard.
I wonder if I can convince him to fight the other guy.
Right to work! Right to work!
Yeah, let's get on his side.
On you!
At least he doesn't seem to be racist.
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button?
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
Okay.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
Really? We have to get our asses whooped?
Alright, I've done this before.
Getting my ass whooped?
Alright. I'm ripe and ready for a fight. Actually, let me take away this flashlight. It's sort of breaking the
Is it breaking the immersion?
wonder if I can maybe I can use this as a weapon. Close items, tools. Okay. Alright, Buster.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Ouch.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Fuck you.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple.
Oh no.
Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
No, I won't fucking say anything.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still, you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
You might have no choice, man. You're gonna die.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Alright, well.
We're okay.
Yeah, just a broken hand.
No,
I think Kim wants to talk to you.
Does he?
Yeah, I see
I'd
this little
appreciate
speech
it
bubble.
if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
Oh, it's all part of my plan, Kim. Don't
I'm not
worry.
even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
How else are we gonna get through the gates?
There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here.
Not yet. Not until we start a huge fight.
Yeah.
A war, even.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna promise. Can't promise that. I might attack him
The
again.
lieutenant groans, but doesn't say anything.
That's the most emotion I've seen him show.
That's right.
Groans.
You should do it again. It's the last thing he'll be expecting.
Is that supposed to be like a clue, or are you
Nah.
just in over your head?
That's like volition, just being like, Alright, so I failed. So.
Now help us.
Nice
Yeah.
aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Can you just fight him for us?
Let's talk about our right to work.
I need to I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there.
No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
God damn it.
No, there must be something you can do to persuade him. Also, you might want to use a health pack.
Right to
I did.
work.
I used both of them.
Right to
Okay.
work. Shame on you.
Maybe you can, you know, get on his side.
What
Strike with
exactly
them. Maybe you should have to pick a side here.
are all the strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
That's a weird chant.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable.
Thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out people.
I already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Yeah, maybe he's throwing you out of a few bars.
Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
The man is quickly losing interest in talking with you.
When
What
a
is a
bunch
strike?
of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls.
What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape.
How come you built like a brick shithouse, but the other scabs are so scrawny?
I work hard, and I would work even harder if the fuckers would let us work!
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you are unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open, and try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel.
Yeah, it's like you want the same thing. You want to go work. I want to get in there to go investigate.
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Yeah. Giant on the bridge that kicked your ass. Head measurer.
Yeah, the phrenology dude.
Mm-hmm.
The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. and he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there, but that one's no joke, and my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in, like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw. A perfect, lightly bearded square wedge.
Alright, I'll leave now. Maybe everyone goes get drunk, I can go press the button. Oh, there's...
So you think he can just come back at night?
Yep. We'll try.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the
The
window.
windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver.
You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Can he
Money.
just go in there? No?
No.
A lorry
guess
stuck
not.
in the traffic.
Okay. Well, I'll be. A foreign car, kept in good condition. Dressing up, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already explored this area.
Yeah, alright, back up we go.
Well, Kim thinks there's still another way to get across. Yeah, we've already explored down here too. You know where we haven't explored, I think? Northeast.
Northeast, alright.
That was the pawn shop right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's a dude.
That guy, that's the bookstore.
Down actually.
Down.
Yeah, throwing rocks in the water. These two guys. Bottom left of the screen.
Oh.
You talk to these guys?
Don't think so.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
He covers his mouth to hide a burp.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hard René first.
Alright.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask
Yeah, why not?
questions.
Play with our balls.
Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Alright, I got this. Ball time.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath
Uh-oh.
asking about the game.
This requires
They would
hand-eye
know
coordination.
They're way past their prime.
Alright, hand-eye coordination. Let's go.
Come on. Oh, we can beat some old geezers. Oh, you fucked up.
This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast.
Ugh.
You threw
Wow.
your sister's breast.
Mon Dieu! Good
You done
job,
fucked up.
officer. That was an excellent throw.
Is he being
There
sarcastic?
are no two more harmful words an athlete can hear than good job. And this was downright embarrassing.
Yeah, why did it feel so wrong?
Yeah.
That's
Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it. But there were gaps. It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
I thought something way more spectacular would happen.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
Oh.
Tone is full of admiration. I think they might just be blind.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
Okay, I see the brown nosing.
Perfect throw. Well, I still feel defeated. No, well, that's how Johnny Ballgame is. Extraordinary.
Right. Was the demonstration it? Or do you still need something from us, officer?
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything, though.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is
Fair.
a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
I saw the statue of Felipe III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes! King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Powerful leaders, not afraid to do what must be done. That's what this country needs.
Revachol would be a different place if more people realized that. We could still be the...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The
There's some
Carabiner
weariness
doesn't
in his voice
reply,
now.
but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Let's talk about something else.
Right.
The old man stands tall and proud, looking at you inquisitively.
You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left behind, left by artillery fire. But why?
Why what?
Why was the heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Oh my god, all of these options are stupid. Maybe we can do this history lesson later. You know what, did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He adds, squeezing a boule in his fist.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda.
Whoa.
And mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Why shell them here in Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
A beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Not thoughtfully and turn to the northeast.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
That explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players of the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Oh no. Okay, you don't wanna seem like an idiot here. Commies just don't understand how money works. Coalitions. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame.
I think that's the one I'm gonna take, but... Yeah, foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they ruled us. Ugh, tisk tisk.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol.
Oh, me too.
Or even if that damn clan Frisell had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Success. Alright.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
He sighs.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
How does Philippe III factor into this?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Who was Frissel?
Damn Frisell. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Guillaume as well?
A true king in both blood and mind, led Revachol before Frisell. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
And what exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king.
Oh.
Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Composure.
That's not gonna work.
Thank you for your time. Oh man, I have so many of these options to do. The white one.
Hobocop.
Oh, okay, I'm Hobocop now.
Technically,
Nice.
you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar, the old L'Assommoir, to the pier or the sewers, to Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Arden-Macan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Okay, reveals extra special collector's editions, more money from selling tear, learning cap for shivers. I mean, why not accept, right?
I mean,
If you complete another thought, you can probably take on a new alias or whatever.
yeah. Oh, you can. Okay, we can unlock. We can spend a skills point to unlock a new slot.
Okay. But which one do we get to select?
No, it just will. One of these things will, I guess, become white, and then.
Sure.
Okay, but we'll wait for a new one to appear.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruta.
What is my lower intestine going on about?
Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Okay,
Get it
but
right.
what's that hard stuff?
Fascism, Bruta.
What is Okay, stomach. I've made my mind up about fascism. Proceed to the
You're
judgment.
going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, Bruta.
What the fuck? Okay,
What does your stomach
absolutely.
want to know about fascism?
I don't
Why is it
know.
even concerned with fascism?
I'm gonna say absolutely not. I'm not gonna go fall into fascism because of my stomach.
There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines, knocking on your alcohol-engorged liver. It is one of betrayal and disappointment. As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Cool.
So cool.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
That's well, no. No, they don't. No, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen, Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Camera, lights, action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Ah, now we can be some kind of superstar.
Some kind of superstar. First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar in the groupies and cocaine, riddled with hepatitis C, strikes a line-esque pose with a Mike kind of way. You're not Guillaume Le Million or David Dewis, no. You're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect, or want, to see it. Where some would say it doesn't belong. Law enforcement.
Superstar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some kind of superstar. Hey, hey, hey. Alright.
It's tautologic. That can be good.
I guess we can go in the bookstore, but we haven't gone around here. Let's search some trash. Perfect.
Gotta say, Gim is quite the patient partner.
Yep.
Enormous ghouls worthy of a real man. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, roundabout north. Capside Apartments. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, you got a new coat. Aye, all right. Cool.
Nice.
Inside, the frame of a motorcycle in repair and the tools used to disassemble it. I see a door there. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint?
Oh.
So we can go talk to her?
Let's, I just want to look
Look
on
by the
this
harbor.
boat.
Yeah. Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. Your room in the Whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her
Joyce L.
hand in
Messier.
greeting.
I
My bad.
represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing.
Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Are you sure about that, Kim?
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Do you know something about these tattoos? Show her the photo.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Okay.
Oh, you know something about the tattoos, though.
Fine. Let's. Yeah. So you know something about the tattoos?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am
I
Lieutenant
don't have my
Kitsuragi
badge.
from Precinct 57.
But you still got your info back.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the
I was
conversation.
shit-faced.
The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? Well, you see, I lost my badge. It's related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
What is Kim getting at? Does he think you're just making this all up?
I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Maybe it's because you have such a stellar reputation. Well, not as of late, but if you look at your history, 20 years in the Force.
Right.
Like, Kim just assumes you've become like a master of the craft, and this is all a charade.
Or he's like the help. Like, he's like, send someone from the other precinct to, like, get him out of his forgotten weekend. Okay, so I cannot.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Okay. Because she needs to see my badge. She's a professional negotiator, but I'm going to say, how do I negotiate my way out of this? 83% chance. Let's go for it.
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge, though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam.
Yeah, that's a good distance away.
As I hoped it would, detective.
How did you hope it would
voice
go?
is hushed.
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Really? I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Well, we could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
Sorry for putting us in this situation. I'll handle it.
I'm sure you will, detective.
What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Alright, let's get back to her then. Oh, I want some items. Magnesium. We have to unnegotiate with this lady.
Back. Good. What can I help you with?
Alright, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wildpine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
Am I gonna need bolt cutters for this?
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable.
Okay.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look.
Okay.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way, but one step ahead of the Union in another.
Alright, well, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We will take this case, probe the drivers, and see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
The word "it" feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
Cool, but your boat really needs a name.
Okay. How about Cordelati 19? Why?
She taps on the side of the boat. It makes a hollow sound.
Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordelati, and its hull is 19 paces long.
How about Dolores?
Why Dolores?
I just like the name for some reason.
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with a factory name. But thank you for the suggestion.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act. A law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
And who are you to say that, Mr. Encyclopedia?
I think I have a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
Tell me about the Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do?
What
I'm
do
afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Got it. Tell me something else.
She nods.
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I wanted to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
I wouldn't want to disturb an octopus. Better let it be.
I am glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition government. The one that leases you the right to police West Revachol. But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this, precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
How are the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What happened to this Gomo?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Over aggressive commie posturing.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
Most of them probably don't even know what that means.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
King is dead. Long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Yep.
Okay, yeah. The scabs at the gate. Did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Tell me about the union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he that bad? No, say nothing.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of him?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Evrart does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself, outside the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Evrart and his brother.
He turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
A giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol.
Indeed. And a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
And one more thing, you said something that happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
It happens.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need to know here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
You seem rich. Can I have money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy.
What? Why
is
not?
it? Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What lustrous hair.
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave, late 40s style, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes, a scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
You're also a police officer and a detective.
I should make my own goddamn money by now.
Maybe you could ask her for some stock tips. That's a maybe. Or a job. But you're sure as hell too ashamed to ask for cash, buddy. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Thank you, that's all for now.
Of course, detective.
Yeah, you have too much to lose. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
It's gonna be like two morale points.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you.
I fucking ride till I die, bitch!
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
Oh, it's good.
And then there's pawning stuff off to that suspicious Roy guy.
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style.
I guess I've made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
Yes, quite.
Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Fucking taxes, man.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Really? Every time I sneeze?
Every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here. Total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money.
No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Oh, you just went full laissez-faire, eh?
Yep. Indirect modes of taxation. I'm gonna forget the hobo cop.
Yep.
I'm gonna be some kind of superstar who's
kind of anarcho-capitalist.
exactly.
What does that do? -2 empathy, but what benefits do you get?
Let's see.
Does it help you in trade? Wait.
Cold-blooded.
First, if you have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere, don't sweat it. Fight in indirect taxation for the Gossamer state is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now.
Yeah.
Unless you don't want to be an anarchist. Whatever. Stuff this meal ticket in your eye pocket and let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons at the customs agency and the banditos at the Insulindian Financial Oversight and Competition Committee.
Hell yeah.
I still don't know like what these thought cabinets do to, because look at bonus from thoughts -2. Wait, is it good to have a minus?
No.
So how is this a bonus? Logic -2, empathy -2. How are these bonuses?
I do not know.
I don't understand.
I mean, I could just stop them. I don't know.
Bonuses from thoughts. -2 logic, -2 empathy. Is it like golf where like negative
Sturdy
points
metal door
are a good
guards
thing?
the southwest
I'd
entrance
imagine
to
not.
The apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop
Yes,
banging on the
dear.
door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside?
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door.
Right.
There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully.
There is no reply. Just faint sweeping sounds inside.
God. People just don't respect the police around here.
The
Hey.
sea
No
will
res-
flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive.
And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside.
She's grown frustrated with her work and welcomes the opportunity to challenge authority in other ways.
You know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully toward Joyce, performing maintenance on her boat.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
You mean Joyce?
On a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Why all the negativity?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive.
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
This is hooliganism.
No, actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied.
Lying is cool, I guess.
She absent-mindedly paints a red streak on her left cheek.
Catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Yeah, whatever. I wish there was some more dialogue options that would be like, yo, you're an idiot.
I mean, you could always, threaten her.
This is a wall
True.
on the side of an apartment building.
Okay, let's try to see it.
These artistic
You have
impulsions
no
are
clue.
infectious.
It's just a wall.
All right.
So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
I mean, if she's any good, I suppose she could, spruce up the place with some beautiful murals.
Oh, there's the fucking kid.
Can't believe you didn't take the shot. Fucking coward. Waved a gun like a clown. Next time you point that shit at me, you better take the shot.
Some kind of superstar.
Hell yeah.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's
Price
see.
of self-delusion.
Okay, that's a cost. -1 in logic, but learning cap for suggestion raised to 6. Learning
Okay.
cap for... Okay, so these learning caps, when you look at your skills, you know how there were
Right.
like 5 notches?
Right.
Went up to 6.
Okay. But I have some self-delusion to cost for it, so that's fine.
I'm just curious. If you look at... I guess your logic is one of your things, right? In your skill set?
Yep.
If you take a look at it, that -1, how exactly does it... Okay, where is logic? Intellect. Oh, it's the first one.
Oh yeah, bonus from thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, so initially you had 3.
Right.
So that just means that you can only use 2 slots if you level it up?
No, I could do 3. It's just you have a base, you'll only, like, I mean, I guess your total logic would be, right now it's 2, so I guess it would go to 5, and then it'd go down to 4. Max.
Okay. Wait, I thought you had a bunch of abilities that went up to 6.
Yeah, these ones.
Wait, what? No, they're... Oh, sorry, okay. I'm a little confused because I see the notches, which are the diamonds.
Right.
But then I see there's a total. What does the
Yeah.
total mean?
That's your base from your character sheet.
Oh, I see. And these are just bonuses.
You know,
Gotcha, yeah.
I'm gonna put
It's
one
like
into
base
suggestion.
Charm men and women. Yeah, that might be useful. How many skill points do you have, anyways? Just have a
That's
few.
it. That was it, I think.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, skill points are hard to come by.
Yep.
Gotta be very selective. A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts.
There must be another way into the building.
A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Oh, you got a bum hat.
Oh, I look beautiful.
Yeah. If you had approached Joyce looking like that, I'm sure she wouldn't have been spoken to you. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Okay.
Come on, I gotta get in here.
Any further interaction possible? You do look at it suspiciously, but I guess that's it. What about that greenhouse?
Smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him. Up where? Oh. Oi!
Ahoy there.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame.
No trouble from me. Just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Like
Yes.
a
Yeah,
nervous cat,
adjusting his shirt.
he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Looks like you got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Pretty sure I didn't.
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead house plants litter the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Oh.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing. Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent.
All right, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Convince him to stay. Let's do it.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind.
What the hell? I didn't want to do that. Hey, listen. I'm just trying to make things okay. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends the cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. Good thing he put that skill point into suggestion. It's really coming in handy.
Yeah. Aha.
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
You're right. He probably didn't have anything important to say anyway.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
The lieutenant nods towards a small rock on the saggy patch of grass.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
All right, let's do it.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
Turn it over.
There's a key beneath it,
Aha.
rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity he doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
How are we going to find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Put the stone back.
Need to pass time? Buy a book. Reading passes time quickly.
Yeah, we could go to the bookstore and grab something.
Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. The auditor. Well, Our logic is back, baby. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Didn't we buy chain cutters?
Yeah, we have. We brought them from the.
Are you kidding? We need.
We just have.
There's
to
only
equip it.
3% chance we
With
can.
a padlock. A chalk-drawn
28.
number on the board says number 11.
Says you may retry. So.
All right.
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
The lieutenant points to the corroded loop with a gloved finger.
Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do?
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Okay. +1, Kim points out the
The
shackle.
shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, Detective.
All right.
Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall.
It's our new house.
Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. Oh, dude, if you put on that sweater, it boosts your
plaster cast
conceptualization.
bust
All right.
depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmasov in their bedroom?
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Kim, who's this Krasmanov?
He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Masovianism. His theories about economic history greatly influenced, some would even say sparked, the anti-centennial revolution.
It's pretty much Karl Marx.
Whoever lives here really needs to learn how the economy actually
I
works.
suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do.
He leans closer to inspect the economics book on the table.
There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns.
All right, one apartment down. Ah, there we go.
You're turning into a real intellectual.
Yes. Logic.
Feeling twitchy. The bum hat improves your reaction speed. But you get bum brain, so your rhetoric is -1. Seems like everything comes at a cost.
Yeah.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from
Yeah,
the
look
board.
at the clipboard.
With the permeables, it's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
Okay, I'm just gonna click through the
Blue.
options.
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Open the hidden compartment.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly, the slides snap back into place. it should be possible to just, you know, without resistance
Slide
or
the door
sound,
open.
the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
Pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Smell it first.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it will make me happy.
Outside, you hear the wind howl. A sudden gale blows in from Martinez, flapping street signs and window blinds.
Come outside.
What the hell? What?
Far away and outside, the reeds hiss with desperation. Step out.
Keep reading.
Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Keep reading.
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark.
Oh.
Small white dots appear.
Interesting.
You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
Fall sideways. I guess not. What the hell? We were just investigating in apartment buildings, breaking and entering, and then I passed out.
Oh no.
Wait, what the hell?
Did you just lose the game?
I guess I lost the game. Wow.
Is it over?
What the fuck?
There is nothing.
What? What just happened?
What the fuck?
No.
Just lie there past that.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
A bitter caustic sense of loss remains. Even in the darkness, great sorrows slip in the water.
Yeah. That's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Where's Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
What was that X something? The
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Yes, that.
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again.
Enough. Just lie there motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules. No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And it's...
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
Okay, drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
Whew. I was dehydrated.
Who the fuck knows?
I should ask you the same, no. I was dehydrated, won't have it again. Ledger of failure and hatred. Oh, wow.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Yeah, let's solve the case.
Good.
New skill point, nice.
You really want to improve your physical instrument?
I don't know. I'm just kind of looking at the different ones.
Yeah. Composure kind of lets you keep your poker face. Yeah, it kind of lets you like read people. Empathy seems to pop up often.
Mm-hmm.
Work your mirror neurons. Inland Empire, hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life.
I like this one. Yeah, let's leave it for now. Some tools. Ledger of failure and hatred. Although it's renamed. Okay, I'm just gonna click through some of them just because I want to read the.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels
fucking kill yourself, asshole.
The words just crossed your mind.
But who are they
somehow.
for?
Who do you think? It's slight. It takes about. This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Wait, do I ever find who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
What,
I'm totally lost. What's happening right now?
We're just solving a case. Like, we're going through our case ledger.
Oh, these were previous cases?
Yeah. I just kind of want to resolve that. Oh, you know, okay, remove the rural. It's wrong.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us.
Middle class are not to be blamed. It's human nature.
Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger? What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done?
Okay, let's...
Do you just get experience from these?
Yeah. It's just like just going through the cases.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
But?
That's all you got. Who knows?
Oh,
those pages are missing.
I clicked the wrong button.
What next? Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
At least that one was short.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
They looked really cool, like a rock band.
Yes, as you've said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Did I ever catch those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next? Murder. Tum-tum-tum. At the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead. Of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Go on.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Can you get high off of it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Really stupid.
Yeah. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor. in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open. Blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table and died?
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
And what, he must have sucked a lot of it.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
What was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next.
I can revisit
Not
this.
much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers, thin, see-through, a monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear.
Alright.
Want to save it here, call it a night?
Yep, sure, let's do this last,
this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet.
You should take care of that then.
Oh, the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
Actually, let's just do this before we
Indirect
end it.
modes of taxation.
Oh, the taxation quest.
Turns out those financial oversight committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Riversholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Wow.
Thinks he's a hustler or something.
Alright.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's just find you somewhere to sleep and then call it a
Yeah.
night.
Sounds like it's an appropriate place to end a session.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, gotta get this cop a place to sleep out and.
Yeah, or else we don't get to sleep.
Exactly. Oh man. I gotta sing karaoke first.
Oh, you have to sing karaoke. Okay, maybe sing some karaoke and then go to bed.
You belong here.
Get a hold of a sad song on tape. Okay.
Can
We can do
help
that later.
you?
Saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Never mind. There's something else I wanted to ask about.
Yes.
So about that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I will pay you back tomorrow. I'm an honest cop.
As a police officer, you must understand that I cannot take you at your word without evidence. Evidence being money. You can't stay here without money.
Hold on. I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
He taps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the
All locks have
counter.
an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
Conversation is not going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
He's gonna bail you out.
Yes. Have you got? Yes.
Or is he just gonna let you sleep in his carriage?
And tonight I won't.
I think yeah, I think he has cash.
Yeah.
Can't wait to find that city map.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate your help.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Oh, I just looked it up. The city map is at the bookstore.
Oh, okay.
So we'll go there tomorrow.
Oh, dude, 200 real for that.
Oh yeah, we're rich.
We're rich. We're wealthy. We're comfortably well off.
Well, I hope the pawn shop guy is still up. He never sleeps. It's almost 11. Yeah, he's still doing business, looks like. Where you going?
The pawn shop.
Oh, sorry, I was mistaking the pawn shop for the street vendor.
Oh, yeah.
The guy who's trying to sell you clothes and thinks everything is cool. Okay, yeah, I can see this dude never sleeping.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
Yeah, it's cool you're still open. Big city vibes.
The pawn shop is always open.
I wanted to ask you about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Thanks for the review. Let's talk about something else.
Sure, man.
Something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy
Lieutenant
takes
steps
the
in.
hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's
He
the
takes the
130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest goes in his
windfall is a
pocket.
small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Both the lieutenant and the pawnbroker turn to you.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Nope. We're good.
Another time, perhaps.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, he's gonna be happy.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you... Well?
Lime the... I hope you choke on it.
Here's 130 real.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
God damn it, 20 real?
I'll take a room.
Isn't your home like down the street from here?
I don't know. I don't remember
Kim
where
mentioned that earlier on.
Of course.
He said your home was actually
Always
nearby.
Happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Goodbye. Actually, I need a drink.
Do I have a shaker in my hand?
He sounds irritated.
Am I wearing a little boat? Am I smiling because I'm not a bar?
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
I had something else
Like
I needed.
what?
Goodbye. Alright. Let's go up here. Wow, Kim's gonna have adjacent rooms to me. We're gonna be able to have a sleepover, fucking slumber. He's gonna have that
Yeah,
one.
so you can,
This is the
on
door
day
to the
3.
room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoke, Kim.
Yeah.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
old man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. You have any more cigarettes?
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes.
How'd you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
He flicks the ash.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Right then, the debrief.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think that today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body. so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on.
Yeah, we can also follow up with the Sabatons too.
Yeah, what was preventing us from doing that?
It's just a timed
and there's still
the
much
radio
to do at
thing.
the crime
Like we just call back and then the next day.
Cool.
He is
And was
not
there something that we can only do in the
satisfied
morning?
with your progress, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out
There's
of fear
Wednesday
that you'll just
morning.
give up and keep drinking.
Right, Wednesday morning.
Wednesday mornings for the Switch, and then yeah, this morning though will be the Sabatons to continue the radio calling.
Cool.
Saddles doesn't feel Don't worry, Kim. I'll be in much better shape tomorrow.
I look forward to that. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We tried to interview the Wild Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
Purses his lips.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I'm training for a long distance run. I want to raise money for charity.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
So what are our powers exactly?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000? Why not? No, wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
1,000, why not more? No, okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Okay, I see, and someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
Wait, so what if you kill someone while on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on his coat pocket, where he keeps his notes.
And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
Moral intern, what is it?
The Moralists International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
But what if I didn't know?
Yeah, how would you describe them?
There are a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
What is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner.
Who is Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
You like the moral intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on a cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers.
Oh man. I guess things are bad out here. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Actually, vigilante is okay with me.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
He looks at the roundabout.
Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, you know. It's different in land, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company. Not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks.
And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Alright, to bed I go with no alcohol.
You're gonna have the cold shakes.
Yep, I'm gonna be hot and cold. Need more blankets and less blankets. Okay, let's check the tasks. Find money. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'll find the map another time.
Yeah, it'll be the bookstore.
Yeah, exactly. Done. Okay, we got some stuff.
Okay, so the only ones that are based on time actually have a little clock next to them.
Yeah.
And that
Wednesday.
So the number on the victim's armor. We're doing that tomorrow morning, I guess.
Yeah. In a day for info on the armor. That's
Yeah.
a water lock on Wednesday. Find money for rent tomorrow. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have another thing to level up, so...
Okay, so I looked it up, and you will have to sleep here another night, but on day 3, a new area will open up.
Okay.
The fishing village, and then
Okay.
you can find a little shack there and sleep for free.
Oh, sick.
So you just need to make some money tomorrow somehow. Maybe pawn a few items.
Okay.
All right. Good night, Kim.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
Is that even a bed? What am I looking at? Looks like a disheveled futon.
Not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheet.
Let's wait. I'll just
Want to get nude?
gotta sleep comfortably.
He's got quite the tidy whities.
The bed is cold. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Another day, another dollar.
And then sleep doesn't come.
Oh no.
Oh no. What if you had just not gone to bed and just stayed all night?
Then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Roll over to the side.
Yeah, try the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Yay, dreaming. Oh, what the fuck? Go check out the body in my dreams. It's me hanging from there.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I could get it all back. No, I don't want to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the actor's wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed.
Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Yeah, definitely going through withdrawal.
God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh man.
Finally.
Alright, let's
Sweet
see.
embrace of sleep. Yeah, probably having a crazy fever dream.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Ooh, alright. Okay.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's fun to stay up late. Good morning to me. Okay.
Yeah, you did not catch a wink.
I just had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting, rejuvenating.
Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
No, that's not it. I feel super good.
That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
No.
Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
What is speed? No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest. 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without speed. Half the town won't be dead. Opt out.
Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
You know what? Let's just start the day in like our underwear. You know what I mean? Just feeling that kind of vibe, you know?
I know you're wearing underwear, but it really looks like you're completely butt naked. Like, especially from the front. Like, you know what I mean? Like, his underwear are so dirty that... Oh, no, actually, you're wearing a thong. That is your pubic hair we're seeing in the front. I just see a dark patch, right? Yeah. Ew. Dude, he's got like a saggy ass. Ugh.
The door is closed.
Harry's gotta hit the gym.
Still nothing, still nothing, still nothing, still. This door.
So who's in that room? Is it that girl we talked to at the very beginning of the game?
Yeah, exactly.
The, what was she? She's like a singer? A karaoke singer?
Like
a professional singer?
Someone who we're gonna have to interrogate later in the game.
Right. Yeah.
So I just want to make myself and just be like, Yeah.
Are you hearing music?
Morning.
Yeah.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
What do you mean, rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here.
Okay.
Men who drink beer for breakfast. There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
And they've got raging clues. And they're pointing that way.
Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the Dock Workers Union.
I don't want to.
The circumstances in Martinez. My preliminary information.
Freaking boring. I don't want
Which
to
may,
do
of
that.
course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Are these the men that Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
There are so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements or something.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Okay.
Good.
Alright, let's just keep it low-key.
Purposefully concentrate on
Yeah, let's do that.
else
We gotta
first.
do a power move. Like my pants.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Fucking power move it is. Actually, let's talk to Gart again. Sup, I'm in my underwear.
Can I help you?
Got my bill for tonight.
20 real?
Not yet.
Then
The
why
arch
are
is
you
an
wasting
eyebrow.
my time and yours?
Goodbye.
Wait, you don't have the money to pay off? Oh, it's for tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
hotel.
I need only 20.
Just a moment.
The old woman
And
turns
there's
back
no
to the
public phones
Sorry,
nearby.
sorry. I'm gonna slow it down.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
You gotta drop the emo voice. Gotta be upbeat.
Yes. She
Howdy,
closes
Elena.
Phone booth. Okay, so let's.
Oh God! Don't say the first one. That might offend her. What? Kick it.
Oh, with her, not her legs, clearly. Sorry, ma'am. Didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I might make it up to you, dude.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
You can use the officer's car phone.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why do you need to use the phone
To
anyway?
let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
You hear that? Someone's missing. There could be foul play afoot.
Why do I have to play rescue
To
man?
redeem yourself before the hoods of law, now start asking questions like a real law enforcement official.
I don't feel like
Some
it.
good will alleviate the hangover. At least you're of use to someone.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband been gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully that you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
The water lock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
I don't know.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
Sick.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate
Thanks,
to ask,
Davey
but if
504.
your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
That's all for now, ma'am.
Oh, who's this?
Those are the,
Whoa, the cafeteria's banging. It's a bowl. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Photos of men in overalls. 2 in the chest, and down he goes. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Titus, you're
Behind
told to keep
the
a low
dock
profile.
workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
Can you talk to any of these dock workers?
I can't talk to him, but I'm supposed to do something first, like a power move.
Yeah, it'll probably help to, if you're gonna pull a power move, you might want to wear clothes.
Yeah.
People might not take you seriously in your tidy whities.
Yeah. I know.
Sadly.
Interfacing. And my dish gloves. Reaction speed, suggestion. Okay.
Over here.
Just snaps her fingers.
Oh, this girl?
No
here?
one snaps at me. Rude.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
Oh, the gardener. Wow.
Just want to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal. Yeah.
Being defensive?
I don't know. Like, I mean, this sounds pathetic. That sounds pathetic. I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Think I give a shit?
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What if I want to talk to you and not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Okay, I kind of want to have a shootout with him.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it.
Right.
You will not lose out on anything good by not saying it.
I should talk to Titus then. See you later. Sup, Titus? Titus-itis?
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Okay.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you.
We need to talk about the man hanged back. We need to talk about the hanged man back.
Oh, this is about him.
Yeah, that's right.
Fucker, that won't.
Yeah, that's right.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Shank you, why I gotta get over there.
He was a real pretty boy by now.
They all fucking
real
talking.
hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Scan the room. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes. Why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Sick. That's a confession.
We did this together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
Aha, so you just confessed to murder.
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
I really wanted you to like still mention the occult vision you had.
Yeah, no. I just don't want these guys to judge me too. It's like this cop station already hates me. Like I'm gonna go. Who called the shots that night first?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head.
No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
He sounds more amused than angry.
Angus.
That's a good answer,
Yeah.
but it might not help.
You do. You give the commands.
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
He looks around for approval.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms. The others can't read. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
Okay, I'm not talking to you. You murdered him just like that. No, actually, when did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service.
Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
I guess we can move on. Do you have any other questions?
Right, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, copper?
Yeah, we can ask him why. Although he'll probably just mock you again.
Murdered him just like that, no remorse, or why? Hey, you know what? You murdered him just like that, no remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years.
Oh, hello, Ali.
For life.
He says it as if it were worse than dying.
What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he's a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on. How do you even know he was in the special forces?
One night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNA's goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Sick.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women,
Oh,
raped
okay.
one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wipes spittle from his mouth.
There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information.
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?"
What the fuck?
Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
He shakes his head in disbelief.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot.
Right, but who did the rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No.
Yeah, who did he rape?
You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
Going to ask for the last time. Who did the dead man rape?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
It's my upstairs neighbor, I know it.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but...
What follows is a slow head shake.
It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
So what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I'm gonna come back and arrest him.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
The lieutenant closes his notebook.
Dude, Kim, speaking up
Done
like a
this job
champ.
for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
You're lucky I fucking lost my gun.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by falling out of line.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy!
Shouts the scrawny, rat-faced man. 2 teeth missing in the front and a bit of shit on his nose from all the brown nosing.
Yes. Falling out of line to please him. This is the best kind. And now this guy is going to...
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
says the 40-something man from the corner, with a plectrum hanging from his neck. What's a plectrum?
Use it to take a dig
no
at
clue.
his friend. Floodgates open.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man.
We don't mind.
You notice gang tattoos. The man must be either Mesk or Sarah Merizian, which is very
This
surprising.
one knows how to keep things going.
True.
He's a hothead, but not one to be taken lightly.
Really?
The last one is a bit of a black sheep.
Yeah. You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Bad Angus.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
But
I'm sorry, but Alan, it doesn't
We got
scare me at
company.
all. He's got a
No.
pencil neck and
Let's
looks
see what
like
brings
he,
the cop around.
you know, eats nothing but croissants.
Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You can use this.
What can I use? Okay.
what can I use it for? Or no, got it. Wait.
You're just speaking to yourself. at this
Yeah.
point.
Okay, got it.
Fucking say something already!
The rat-faced man doesn't let you think.
I'm gonna take off now. Peace.
Peace out.
Okay, I have nothing to say more to the mean people.
You meanies. They're so mean.
They're very mean. I gotta talk to him. I gotta debrief.
We ain't get no respect. No respect.
Yes?
Why did the 41st send me?
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
That makes sense. I'm exceedingly qualified now. Dumb brain. I'm good for nothing.
You look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for too
long. Okay. Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
So all these tasks, the Monday ones, are they like, can we still do them? Or like, are they just filed under Monday because that's when you got the task?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Find money, pay. Okay, that's.
Wait, find the money. That's just, yeah, active.
What does the little clock mean? It means like you have to complete it at a certain time. Oh yeah, we were supposed to go to the bookstore.
Oh yeah, true.
And get a map.
Yeah, true. Let's go do that. Bookstore. Time to read some books.
At the bookstore. Alright, alright, alright.
Welcome to the bookstore. Let me just talk to this lady here.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
The clerk
Welcome,
extends a greeting.
and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
So, are you the owner of the store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice, high-pitched, sounds familiar. You've talked to her before, through the doorbell.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
What if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See
She
those
fiddles.
shelves there? Go. Be drawn.
So what types of book do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Alright, I'll take a look. I'm like, do you even know? Alright, I'll take a look then.
She smiles and nods, seemingly.
Farewell for now, book peddler!
It's just like the modern day Chapters Indigo. They don't actually make money off books. The book collects the national recipes of Arda. They are all about lake trout. Fascinating. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner. Gift books and molten candy.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Storekeep, what's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out.
Fuck, they call me Dick Mullen at this station.
You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen.
I think the Stalwart Adventures or the Sordid Affair might be my thing.
A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Oh yes. Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Are there any more?
Yes. There's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen? Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
Alright, well, I know I'm Dick Mullen.
A quaint picture book brochure. Very colorful. It's a tome of fascist magic. Rather candid.
I hear it always is.
On the shelf reads, biographies of famous people. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Oh, there's the map.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
And west of the river?
Houdon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad, Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
There we go. That's a cool map. Cool.
Is there anywhere on the map we haven't been to yet? Another boring book, just discarded here.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biography.
We don't care.
We don't care. What's back here?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
What's behind the curtain?
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand has closed around her pendant, her finger nervously playing with a talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're dumb if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
The parasite. We're done if you decide. Okay, like. Okay, I'll think about it for a while. Continue.
Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful.
Waking and living dreams.
You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket. You see a tattered set of curtains and a You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh, did you load the game and redo the roll?
Forces beyond your understanding.
Alright, cool. Let's see what we got. Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. Lady, what was the big deal? A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Oh, there's a door.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Only an echo. No one is there.
Alright, you want us... Yes! Here we go.
Ouch.
Oh.
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the doorframe. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
The lieutenant stares at you as you stand there, silent and brooding, and in obvious pain from your now broken arm.
By the way, I did save before we did this silly adventure side quest. It's like a, you know.
Oh. Is the shopkeeper, like, working out and she's ashamed of it? Shop pole. Oh,
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does
There's
it
no
feel
way
so
you can
familiar?
curl that. There's no way you can curl it, bro. Wait, what is it? Look, Kim, it's a trap? What? Worn out wall bears. A trap for who? The poster says Sitius Fortis. The rest is worn off. Sand is dripping from a punch bag.
Oh wait, he wanted to say something here?
Yes?
Never mind.
The barbell waits.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of... I love that. What kind of a bastard would just remove
It would
the
be a
collars?
violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. Is that it? This is what
It's
the
dark.
shopkeeper was hiding?
And the
Lieutenant
flashlight
states the
looks a
obvious.
lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Flashlights go in hand?
Yes, you might even call it a feature of the universe that you need to hold tools to use them.
That makes so much sense.
Right. Now let's get to it.
Our lieutenant is the patience of a saint, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there we go. Wow. This is spooky.
A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades.
Ooh, blue velvet, nice. Dude, I kind of want to keep this, you know, I'm second guessing if we need to load.
Why?
No, I mean, like, I'm getting all this money. I think we're
Yeah.
just gonna...
Oh, yeah.
$10 fucking filament memory, what the hell? Yeah, we're just looting the crap out of this
Oh,
place.
yeah. This is a good idea. Well, she did say we would live to regret it, so maybe there was a cost.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's that place. Oh, there's understanding.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
Okay.
Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin. This is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged.
Okay.
The Haldor, the
Why is there
Tuorg,
so much racism
the
in this
humans,
world?
and
Yeah.
even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
Or just like many different types of
An
people
inordinate amount
can
of time has gone to
exist.
drawing these little welkin creatures.
Who are these creatures? That's what I'd like to know.
One of them is a welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Why would anyone?
Nods at the Wilkins' facial hair. With
Why
a bit
would
of,
anyone?
envy in his voice.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Nudge, nudge.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
This has been educational. Let's move on from the Wilkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
3. The
This
schedule.
is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Nice.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Looks at the frigid ice field of
A note
nothingness.
in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Okay. Inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe."
Sick. What's this thing?
Appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside. We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
The dusty radio computer sleeps
Turn on the
its
machine.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What? You're actually communicating with this person?
What's the production schedule? Over.
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean that glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
You should ask her for a hint.
Password. I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Is it my birthday?
Still no.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Why is she calling you Fortress Accident, though?
Yeah. Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear the flip through her catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Wow. So conceptual.
An interactive call-in radio game.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The old lady's voice disappears along with the static.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Remove the
Cast
projection
filament
schedule.
slides out of its glowing nest.
Oh, is this whole area some sort of Easter egg?
I don't know. I just want to get some more money.
Scribbled across a notebook. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe.
This
I
old
feel as
fireplace is covered in
I'm
lines
smelling
drawn
their
in
own
blue
butts
and
here.
red
Yeah.
marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Well, hold on. How do I know what Kadran mosaic tiles is supposed to look like?
History
How do I know you
classes,
didn't just make that shit up?
students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes,
UKV, shut
too.
the hell up.
Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what, then?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here?
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Is there a door?
Okay.
To the left?
What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program.
No, that's not it. I think
The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology.
How are they planning to do it?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
And this was a RPG?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the We Were board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
All right, let's become indie game developers and drop the cop side quest. Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
The lieutenant tilts his head, thinking.
This world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
No.
He says, looking around the derelict room. The pipes howl, and a rat crosses the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Is there more to see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so there is. What the hell? How big is this bookstore?
An
Can you
iron
tell
safe
there are-
curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney.
Well, we definitely got into like another apartment building.
Yeah, you think it was connected to another building? Maybe the
Mhm.
building that you kept ringing at?
Mhm.
Had all these different dresses?
Yes. Yeah, this was probably one of them.
What an odd thing to do. Still nothing. Those curtains
Ouch.
prove to be surprisingly sturdy.
Ow.
Your fist hurts now.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
I can try.
Thanks. In any case, there's no way we can get in right now.
Dude, you're gonna kill yourself.
Those curtains prove to be
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
This is not random, it's significant. I want to see what's on the other side.
Why do you think there's something on the other side, necessarily? In any
Lieutenant
case, there's no
asks.
way we can get in right now.
Alright, leave.
Let's investigate further.
Alright, fine.
Alright.
Hope you have health items.
I do not.
Just using everything.
I used the last of my health item.
Whoops.
Oh, I got some boots. Oh, shoes and a puddle of melting snow.
What? Melting snow?
Oh,
So someone's been here recently.
I guess.
Even though it's not snowing outside, I don't think. We're still in autumn. There's nothing in those pipes?
Up there?
Yeah.
No, it's just a postcard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so maybe like a thing we can rip? No?
Man, no. Man, this place is depressing. I don't see why the shopkeeper was so desperate to keep you out of here.
Yeah.
What's so foreboding about this place? Did you hear that?
I did.
Yeah,
Let's
is
go
there a door?
Yeah, let's go in here. I'm scared. I don't like those noises. Ah, yes.
Oh, what is that? Okay, it's not a real bear.
$2. Magnesium. I need some of those pills.
Soon you'll be able to pay for your hotel.
Yep. Auto save. Oh. The bear's tummy.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. A gust of freezing
Crack the
cold
door
air
open.
rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
Cool fridge.
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Look inside the fridge.
Relax.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note from the
That's
door.
what the shopkeeper was hiding from you.
And the
Yes.
little fridge
Or ice cream
magnets
bars.
keeping it on the door.
One of the ice cream wrappers.
She's
A
like,
friendly
my ice cream
cartoon
bars.
bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What
That's
is it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, what is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The lieutenant points at the red, snaky cable running from the fridge.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Close the door.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
Alright.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs. We should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on with these curtains.
Smear my hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Smear my... Hadramut Karazai! Smear my cheeks with black coal.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
What are you doing?
Should we do something that will concern him?
I think you should just wipe away the stupid coal.
Okay, nothing, sorry, that was stupid.
Yes.
You're
Yes,
just
it was.
having a moment.
Kick it with your foot. Ouch.
Oh no, dude! Why?
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure.
Oh
it's
no.
spreading to your left arm,
You're having a heart attack.
your jaw.
So I'm guessing this is bad.
Very, very bad.
Try
This
to
is the end bad.
Try to remain conscious.
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear.
What a pathetic way to go out. Just kick a furnace. Fucking croak. And that was the end.
Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday.
Oh, wow.
His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Yeah, we auto-saved in this area.
Yeah, let's just not kick it.
Yeah, let's not keep kicking things.
I think you had 2 health points.
Well, I could actually load just a bit,
Oh, no. No, you want to stay there. Yeah. Alright, do we have to redo all that fridge stuff?
Yes, actually, yeah. I'll just skip through the thing.
You see, the lieutenant does a gust. The lieutenant.
Of course. Let's take a look.
The shelves are empty. You pock a friendly card.
Good question. I know. What is even...
The fridge.
Okay, cool.
A thick light. Looks like this furnace has a
Looks like it. No one has used it in...
It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on with these curtains.
Wait, with what curtains?
What
was the deal with the furnace again?
Well, the furnace is just like we're hearing things above, and then Smarty Pants is saying, "Oh, that might be actually what's like happening behind those iron curtains that I punched 2 times." Like we're hearing.
Noises we're hearing from the. Yeah, there's something fucky going on. An ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. Huh. What's this? A frozen ice cream maker that's still running.
Nice.
Okay.
It feels better.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
I'm going to save game here.
2 cables are
I don't know. I don't want to unplug anything yet. Ooh, drama.
Ooh, nice tank top. People's feet shuffling by on the street.
Alright.
What do we have here? Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Wait.
The breaker box is like the, oh, maybe I'll have to turn off one of them to lead to an intercom. Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
You're right. You're completely right. It was connected to those apartment buildings.
So I think now we go back to the bookstore lady. She'll probably be fucking pissed at us. But we have the map, so whatever.
We do have some questions for her. Well, I like that it kind of like looped around, so we don't have to...
Yeah, exactly. Go all the way back.
Yeah.
Alright. We have time to go speak to her, and then we can...
And then, Oh, there she is. Is that her?
No, there's just a red... There's a purple thing, a thought that came up. No, that's a little girl. She's in here.
God, so many of your friends are playing Halo Infinite?
Yeah.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
I don't know what I was thinking barging in like that.
I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
What are you talking about? It's just a door.
Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
Oh, okay. Well, she's not exactly a good store owner, so who cares?
Curse, but curses aren't real, ma'am.
Of course you would think that. You're nothing but a policeman.
She shrugs, visibly dejected.
All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do. But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
Her eyes narrow as she whispers the name.
The entity? No, I don't think so.
Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her.
You mean the chimney that's part of the central furnace? I did hear voices coming from there.
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something. You always do.
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery too.
Alright. Let's go. There's a mystery afoot.
Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. That's not ladylike.
Absolute garbage. So this was a gym. This was a taxidermy place. This was a staircase. Oh yeah, no, I have to go down here.
That creaking freaks me out, I tell you what.
Tell you what?
Oh, speaking of that, I'm gonna send you a meme. I found a really good Hank Hill meme.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it.
Hello!
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
Okay.
You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
I summon the ghosts of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
After you, officer.
Okay.
So I think this entity is just like a normal lady that lives upstairs.
Yeah. She's like, I just don't want to get robbed, so I have an iron curtain as a door. I really wanted to continue this RPG, though. Okay.
This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them.
Oh, she's the RPG maker, maybe.
The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
still
I'm
toiling
here.
away. A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Probably saw it happen.
Hold on, what do you mean by the milieus?
Yes, a milieu is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
Pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have been confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
I'm not in... well, Squint my eyes mysteriously.
Answers.
Yeah, no, I was looking for something else. Squint my eyes mysteriously. Answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
Perfectly.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
True.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
Do you work often Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
And you never took your eyes off your work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
And what do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the whirling's backyard.
He stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Hey, why not order a die from her? Maybe that'll come in handy.
Yeah. Okay, I'll order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you,
Cursed dice?
Do you know
the
the
cursed dice? Actually, maybe that'll.
Oh, trigger her. Do you have any
whether or not-
cursed
yeah.
dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
Abracadabra. Perish like this world.
Alright,
Speak in your
how
language.
about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
Actually, I need to think about it first.
8 real. Expensive.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Do you know the Wirral Untethered setting? I want to die from that.
Ah, yes. Fortress Accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Wiro Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die, only instead of plants it uses motifs of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice, and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
Yeah, I'll get a different one, maybe.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dyes?
I'm sorry, I don't actually know what dye I want.
How about an amber dye?
Amber, poor man's gold.
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times. For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
Sounds like me.
I had a feeling.
I need to think about it, though.
Maybe you
so many
have
choices.
some other ideas for
Need more
dyes?
time to think
no
about it.
No need to rush. Take a look around. and
Where
see
are
if
we
anything
anyway? What is
inspires
this
you.
place? You know?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into shadows above.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
The curse is just biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Yes, but it's still a separate building. The malicious energy can't reach there.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I think, like, number 2 is probably the most rational thing to say.
I think it might be you causing this. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to see that there is no curse. But then I don't want to... What if she is right? What if Plaisance is right?
like, have there been any indications whatsoever?
No. No.
She's just pulling a spell over us? Like, I don't even know if there are really any supernatural elements in this game.
You know what, honestly...
Besides these, these voices you hear in your head, but, I mean,
yeah.
That's just your inner monologue.
Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place.
Is it now? I've always thought it's a rather mundane and boring place with no supernatural surprises in sight. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, let me know.
Man, you're smart.
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
Shivers. Why hasn't our business failed? All right, we'll save it here.
Yeah.